Think about Derrick Rose, who's going to get his jersey retired by the Chicago Bulls. And I think that's just fitting. He was a league MVP. He led them to the Eastern Conference Championship. They lost to Miami back in the day, but he was definitely a front running player. Before his unfortunate injury, D Rose was the truth. The funny thing about it, what I heard, is that he's cool with the retired jersey. He doesn't want the statue because he saw what happened with D Wade and he seen Allen Iverson's statue. He said, "Don, I'm cool with the statue. I want the jersey." I like that. I thought that was funny. But on a serious note, he was one of the best point guards of his generation. He definitely commanded the respect. I mean, Ray Rondo was talking about him, and a lot of cats had respect for D Rose. The only problem that worked against D Rose is that he didn't have a full-fledged offensive game like an outside shot, outside J. That's what worked against him as far as shooting a three ball. But as far as his intricacy, his movements, his motions, his mechanics, he was a beast. I always had a joke with a buddy of mine. I said, if Allen Iverson and D Wade, if you combine the two, it would have been D Rose because he had some incredible motions that he could do. How he could contort his body like a magician. Like I'd almost say like a guard version of Adrian Dantley, like a guy who could get inside the free throw line, inside the base, and could move in so many different ways. He just shifted his hands. He got the kind of skill set I wish that John Morant, who would save some of his injuries if he learned and observed, because D Rose definitely knew how to utilize his hand-eye coordination really well. And I am a firm believer that if a guy like a D Rose was playing today for a team like Houston or with San Antonio, they would be a problem because he could score, he could give you assists, he could give rebounds, steals, but his way he could play and offset, he just never had a guy who was a dominant fixture. And I think that's one of the things that hurt him in Chicago. They never went and got that cherry picker that could just easy score buckets. And when they had him, Lou Aldang, Tosh Gibson, and Carlos Boozer, and that's when the young Jimmy Butler was there. They never had that other guy, and they also had Joakim Noah. They never had that other guy who could just create points. They play hard and feisty, but they didn't have easy buckets. And so I remember when he started to learn how to shoot them three balls, because I remember when was it Chicago against Cleveland, he hit that brick against that bank board and he started making that shot about 2015 against Cleveland. He didn't have that in his peak in his prime. Had he had that in his peak in his prime, who knows? But he missed out on having a scorer. A guy like a Carmelo Anthony or somebody who could just score points would have done wonders. Would have done wonders. But I am glad he's getting honored. He deserves it. He definitely